Hello, we got new points for Warhammer. I will talk about my favorite factions, of course, the Tabletop, the Custodes, and the Imperial Ages, and have a brief look about other factions for some interesting details. First, the Custodes, not really a lot of changes. Traded got a little bit cheaper, but no big changes. That's a little bit surprised me because I played, I think, 4 or 5 games with Custodes and won, I think, 4, or at least I lost one, but with only a few points, so they are really strong and easy to play. So I at least accepted a few changes, for example, to the at least of make, for example, the Custodes Wardens 10 point more expensive, or the Guard 10 point more, some small tweaking changes, but nothing. And then got a little bit cheaper, so that's a little bit strange for me, but okay. Adeptus Mechanicum, I don't know about anything about them. Eldari got cheaper, interesting, but can't talk don't know a little bit about them. And of course, Astra Momentarum, some strange changes in my opinion. Bulgins and Ogres, a little bit balancing, yes, why not? But if they are more expensive, you could always use the Grey Knights, and I think Grey Knights would be much better than Bulgans, but okay. Interesting, the Sentinels become cheaper. That's strange in my opinion. Sentinels are one of the best units in the Astra Militarum at the moment. They have squadron and regiment, so they can use born soldiers against everything. That's make them very flexible, and they don't have a problem with it in last changes. And they can have a lot of weapons, rocket launcher, last guns, auto guns. So they have a whole arsenal of weapons available. Probably the idea is because the Edict Fire nerf make the ability of the Sentinels a little bit weaker, because they can if they have a little, they can mark a target, and you can reroll all the ones on this target. That's useful for every unit. And if you fire artillery to ground, get the debuff to hit for Edict Fire. But Edict Fire hit at the moment only on a 4+ anyway, so for example for Basilisk that's not helpful anyway. So could be that's the reason for this change. And by the way, Indirect Fire options, the Field Ordnance Battery, that's the normal Cadian artillery piece. We have 2 models in a unit. They got cheaper, and the heavy weapons team, the mortars got cheaper too. And that's interesting, but except the Basilisk got cheaper too with the Indirect Fire nerf, so yes, why not? But these artillery pieces, they aren't that much affected on the Indirect Fire nerf, because even with the order they hit on a 4+ only. Or if the Sentinel mark the target, they hit on a 4+ only. So they aren't that much affected because they have a worse ballistic skill anyway. So yes, why not? So a little bit, guard got a little bit cheaper, and the command tank got a little bit more expensive. That could be important for a lot of armies, because the command tank was very useful vehicle, and you probably would take the Lord Solar now more often. Problem with the Lord Solar is you can't the Lord Solar, of course. Then you don't need only the Lord Solar, you need a command squad and an infantry squad, because if you have only Lord Solar, he must be very close to the front and close to the tanks. That's probably not the best use for him. But even if you included the cost for another infantry squad and a command squad, and you have 3 orders to everything, and you have only 1 tank order with a tank commander, probably Lord Solar would be the better choice now. Bei Templars, Blood Angels, Demons, Chaos Knights, the big knights become cheaper, that's interesting. And some of the small knights become cheaper too, especially the Brigand, that is one of the best knights, but I think it's only 5 points, a slight change. And another small knights got cheaper too, so yes, why not? Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, interesting. The Cultists become more expensive again. The Dark Commune and these are the muted Cultists. They were very strong at the beginning of the edition, but now they are nerfed. They are nerfed twice, I think, and the ability of the accursed cultist was changed once, because you get models back and they change it only in your command phase, and not in every command phase the mutants come back. So that's a little bit yes. So they're a little bit cheap, a little bit even weaker now. Dark Angels, Death Guard. There I fought against Death Shroud Terminators yesterday. I don't know why they become cheaper. They did their job very well. Mutan becomes cheaper. Yes, this was one topic yesterday. My opponent, the other player, my friend, told me he took Mutarion in the last tournament, and he always, I think 2 times in 3 games, he was killed and didn't much for the his points. But now probably would be interesting for him again to take him. We'll see what he think about this. Tukari become a little bit more expensive. Next army I build will be a Tukari army, so there is the reason why I'm interested in them. Gene Stealers, Grey Knights. Imperial Agents, they don't change anything to Imperial Agents. Only there's this one, the Arbeiter Sword with the shields and I don't know the word for the beating thing. Yes, they become a little bit more expensive. For 100 points, probably way too expensive in my opinion. For 100 points, you can get a Deathwatch kill team with 5 Marines, and they can have shields 2 and 4 up invulnerable save. They have 3 up armor save anyway, and probably 2 wounds and better weapons than their gloves. I don't know if this is the right term. It's a little bit sad because it didn't change anything else, especially if you play only Imperial Agents, and this army don't have an army rule, and I don't think they are really a viable army. Interesting, you could take all 4 assassins, this would be funny, but yes, I don't think they are very, very useful as an army. Just looking a little bit. Assassin, Khalidus Assassin, only 100 points. Yes, probably in my next Custodes army I will play 2 assassins, and Khalidus would be 1. Mostly for durability and gain points, but I could use my Terminators for this too. I will see. Imperial Knights, kind of specs become a little bit more expensive, but they is both very popular as an ally knight. And the other big knights become cheaper again. As for the Chaos Knights, the small knights are very popular, the big knights aren't, so that's probably the way to go. League of Wodan, can't say about anything. Necrons, I hate them, so I don't want to talk about them. That's the reason to build a Deathwatch army to kill them Xenos. Orcs, yes. Space Winds, a lot of changes. Ballistas become cheaper, interesting. Space Wolves, Tower, I can't say anything about the Tower, 1000 Suns, become more expensive, interesting. Yes, why not? Tyranids, some small changes. And World Eaters become more expensive. Interesting. Berserkers I have the same. I don't change the point cost for the big squad. A lot of units that did this, and the Berserkers are even the normal Chaos Spacemarines are cheaper than the Berserkers. That's a little bit strange for me, because the normal Spacemarines are, in my opinion, way stronger than the Berserkers, because they can have more special weapons, can shoot and fight in melee. They can do both, so it's a little bit strange for me, but okay. And that's it. That's a new point update. By the way, if you have the app, you must update the app. Then you have got the new points. And one interesting at that point, The Tempestus Aquilons are now official in the Astrametarum army in the points. Before they wasn't, in my opinion, not official. So, but now they are there. Probably will see them a lot in the next Astrametarum lists because they are new and because they can deep strike in 3 inch. So yeah, good way to gain points, but in my opinion, they're a little bit too expensive, especially if normal science. If for 10 points more, you got 2 squads of normal science. So yes, but we will see. So if you like this, I hope you liked it. Bye bye bye.